Welcome back to Founders Journal Unfiltered, episode 4. I'll kick off with gratitude. This week, I've been super grateful for the lab that I'm working with. So my factory partner has an inbuilt lab, and they have been absolutely phenomenal. They have dealt with all my nonsense of needing the rating to be above 9 across the range. They've dealt with multiple trials. I've had so many different prototypes. I'll show you some of the prototypes. And this week, I was building on what I talked about last time. Actually, I noticed that something had gone wrong in the trial. Now, I've got 5 SKUs that I'm launching with, 5 different products. One of them has been completely locked in for months. The other 4 have needed a little bit more development, but the last round of changes was just around 3 of the products. So those 3 products were the shampoo, the conditioner, and the hydrating spray. We loved the leave-in conditioner, Care. That was basically 10 out of 10. That was perfect. We were not going to touch that. But weirdly, the trial feedback found that people didn't like it as much anymore. And when I used it on my kids' hair, it worked completely differently. So that was super strange, because when I spoke to the factory, they said, well, nothing's changed. We agreed not to change this one. It was fine. And I was insistent that there was a mystery and we needed to investigate. So I spoke to the lab. I said, it may be nothing. It may just be, something small, like a change in raw material. It could be that, I don't know, maybe you tested a different method of manufacture. And I actually went through their notes and found there was a tiny change. And it was just that one of the lab technicians wasn't very happy with the consistency of the product. She knew it worked well, but she was slightly worried that that consistency wouldn't be stable in larger batches. So she'd made a tiny tweak of just increasing an emulsifier and noticed it was very, very slightly different, almost imperceptible when you rubbed it into your hands, and had expected it to perform the same. But it didn't. So she went through her notes, remembered she did that, told me about it, and is making me yet another batch, even though I said the last trial was the last one. So shout out to that wonderful cosmetic scientist in the lab. And this means I've been able to this week sign off on all the formulations except for Care, the leave-in conditioner, because we're making sure we get back to having it just right. And the level of detail that's gone into this wouldn't have been possible without all the people working on it. I think I've mentioned a few times I don't have a team, and that's a challenge. That's really difficult. But my factory partner has been fantastic. The community I have now built around IO Botanicals has been great. So many people have given me such detailed and honest feedback. They've been completely transparent about things they hate, things they love. People have been willing to try the products multiple times and have additional conversations with me when needed. And that has been just phenomenal. So even though I haven't had a team in the traditional sense of the word, I'm so grateful for the lab, for everyone who's gone through one of the product trials. It's over 50 people now. And for everyone who's just given me feedback and input. It has been wonderful. The challenge is there's so much to do. So one of the things I had to do this week, and this week has been crazy for me personally with work really picking up in terms of public speaking, consulting and other things, which is great. But I found that sometimes as I'm rushing to leave the house or finishing off writing a keynote speech, the door will ring and there's a new package and a new thing I have to deal with, which is exciting, but it's also slightly overwhelming. So this week that happened. As I was rushing out to do a talk, I had a package and I had to pause what I was doing and open the package because look, it is the final materials that things will go in, and you have to use your imagination and vision here because obviously it won't look exactly like this. So this is the pipette that crown the intensive oil serum will be in, and obviously I had to decant some immediately to see how it works. The pipette is so nice, it drips just really beautifully. Look at that, controlled drips. And I chose this packaging because in the trial feedback, a couple of people said that they'd used a little bit too much because there was a disc top cap. So the trial had a disc top cap and it was hard to control the amount that comes out. Oh, there you go, 2 drops. When I was actually trying to get one, just put it in my hair. Whereas with this, it is perfect for distributing the exact right amount of product. It's super controlled. It's a really nice bottle as well. It's like got good weight to it, nice glass bottle, so easy to recycle and environmentally friendly. And yeah, I just really like it. I love the shape. I love everything about it. So this one, we're going to print directly onto the packaging. So I'm excited about that. I've also been speaking to designers. It's on my long list of things to do, and I've had quotes from 3 and then another recommendation. So I need to go meet and talk with the designers to decide who I'm going to go with to finalize my packaging. I have a mock-up, but I do not have final packaging design. You're going to have to use your imagination with this one. So the tubes in the trial were not the tubes we're going to use. This one is just more environmentally friendly, but it won't be see-through. It will be kind of this color, but it will be printed. I said things wrong. Oh my gosh. This is going to have a label because it's way too expensive to print onto it, and I don't want to pass that price on to the customers. This will be printed directly onto the packaging with, it will look good. It will be the colors. You can kind of see how colors print onto it. So it's going to look great. I'm really excited about this and that everything is so environmentally friendly. And the spray, I don't know if the video is going to capture this, but it sprays so well. It's like it's a mist, and it actually creates a mist, which I love because this product is called Cloud, and it creates a cloud of the product, which just makes me really happy. So yeah, seeing the products in really close to their final packaging is exciting. And the next iteration is to get a label made, and then I will have to make a mock-up at home. And sometimes it is really as ghetto as this. So you get tubes don't come how you see them. Tubes come like this, and then they have to be like sealed in the factory. So when you get the tube sample, it looks like this. It looks insane. And with this one, I've had to literally like push it together and then sellotape it just to see how the tube will look and how the product will come out and everything. Because obviously without it sealed, there's not enough suction. So there's more product in this one, but you can't get it to come out no matter how much you squeeze, because the air is just going in there. So you can see that's the product. Anyway, this is probably far more detail than normal people are interested in, but I am a product nerd. I really quite enjoy the development process. Back to lessons to summarize and wrap up. This has been a time where I've had to learn a lot about extreme prioritization and boundaries. So I know last time I talked a bit about boundaries, but there's one thing. It's one thing to decide on a boundary. It's one thing to put blocks of time into your schedule and protect them. And it's another thing to actually enforce it, especially when it's something you want to say yes to, or something that is exciting, or someone you want to help out. But when it comes to radical prioritization, what you're really doing is thinking about your top priorities and giving them the best possible chance of happening. And in order to do that, you have to say no to a lot of things that you don't want to say no to. That is something I find hard. And I'm learning just how important it is, especially for launching Eye Botanicals, because if I don't radically prioritize my time, I'm not going to be able to launch on time. And I already have people complaining that the products are taking too long to come out. People on the trial have said that they want them immediately. So I will be making sure that I radically prioritize so I can get the products out by May 2026. Except now I don't even want to say this. It might be slightly later because there is one more product that I have to review again, but hopefully not. Everything else has now gone to the next phase, which is silver seal and testing. And that means we're really close to being able to order in the raw materials and actually schedule in a manufacturing run at the factory. And do you guys want me to do a factory tour? Should I go up there and film everything and show you? Let me know in the comments if that's something you would want to see. And thank you for joining me for this Founders Journal Unfiltered. I will see you next time.